Welcome to SFA All Access. For those of you joining us, I'm Brianna Lester, and today I will have the honor to host the Dancers Against Cancer Advertising Coordinator, Izzy Palmisano. Today we will learn more about the heart behind DAC and hear about their most recent benefit show. Today we are going to be taking a deep dive into the Dancers Against Cancer, or DAC for short. DAC is a charity organization at Stephen F. Austin State University that raises money to donate to cancer foundations and recipients every semester. And to help us learn more about it, I'm honored to host the advertising coordinator, Izzy Palmisano. Hi Izzy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. So, I'm going to jump right in. Would you mind providing us some insight into the purpose or mission of the organization, Dancers Against Cancer?
Absolutely. Okay, so Dancers Against Cancer is a student-led organization here on campus. It's fueled with the heart and love of dancers from all around Texas, and even some that are out of state that just want to raise money for cancer awareness. We started at the beginning of the semester, and we work really, really hard for our benefit show where we are practicing weekly, so we get to dance. People tend to forget about that part of it. I think it's really funny, but no, we do dance. We're not just dancers that are against cancer. So we have weekly practices where we have choreographers, and they work for about 7 or 8 weeks to put together this whole routine that's in our benefit show while simultaneously doing 2 to 3 profit shares a week to raise money for our recipients. And we always have 2 recipients every semester, so half of the money will be donated to a person that the team nominates and votes on that is battling cancer like currently or just recently, and the other half goes to the East Texas Cancer Alliance of Hope, which is located in Lufkin, so keeping it local. And the owner of that is Ashley Berry, and she also has battled cancer. So she created that organization, and we love it so much, so we partner and we get to do that. We actually just became one of their biggest donors.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Would you mind telling me more about your practices and the show?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so every week we have practices for an hour long in blocks. Our veteran or returning members can choreograph if they choose to. So like I've choreographed before because I really enjoy that. It's really fun to just get to create something. But we do weekly practices, Monday through Thursday. You just pick a time block and you go to them. You will be able to do anywhere between 1 to 4 dances, and you just pick them and you go to them. And I've done Hozier songs, that's what I'm known for. We did a Rio combo, there's been Shrek before, our president did Barbie last semester, so like we have a variety of styles. There's always a really good palm. We've been joking about doing a Pitbull palm. I'm very excited for that if that happens. But like, so we have a variety of styles, and like all of our team members just kind of get to pick. So like I prefer contemporary, so you will always catch me in the contemporary dances. But I love watching the musical theater ones. So like, it's a good variety to keep our show different for more people, and it opens it up for more audience members to enjoy it, and it's not the same thing over and over and over. But we work really, really hard for, like I said, 7 to 8 weeks to prep for our benefit show. We have 2 of them. There's one at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. We'll have 2 of them next November. So if you want to come and watch them, you should. But we'll do that, and within our show, we also allow for solos and small groups. So like I've done a solo before. We had a really cute trio to Noah Khan last semester. And we also do donation dashes, which are probably one of my favorite things in the entirety of DAC. They're really silly goof-off moments during our show where our DAC members, which is a subsec of DAC that is kind of our backbone, they're our poster makers, they're our non-dancers. So poster makers, behind the scenes people, like without them, show would not happen. So we love our DAC members, but they grab buckets and run around the audience, and people just throw pocket change in there while the dancers are on stage, for instance, doing the Lorax, and our historian got a purple morph suit.
Would you mind telling us more about your fundraising at the shows?
Yeah, so at the show we have really 4 main ways of fundraising. At the show, we have ticket sales, which obviously ticket sales, they go into the total. We have envelope fundraiser, which is managed by our crew manager, Erin. And the way that works is you pay the amount for the number of envelopes. So if you want envelope number 3, you're paying $3. If you want envelope number 47, you're paying $47. And that alone makes over $1,000. So she sold it out the past 2 semesters, and it's been really, really cool. And it's like a little prize game too. And then we have our donation dashes, like I was just saying, and we have auction, which I am actually the auctioneer for the show, which is really, really cool. But we have our fundraising coordinator, Reagan. She brings in a bunch of like baskets, and we've done axe handles and quilts and really cool stuff. And we have showgirls that like walk around. It's most of the time it's Chris, so show boy, that walk around and hold stuff off. And I just rattle off numbers. And I've sold an axe handle for $300 before.
Wow, that sounds really interesting, Izzy. Up next, we will take a deeper dive into the prep work that goes into the DAC benefit show and learn about this year's cancer recipient. Welcome back to SFA All Access. I'm here with the DAC advertising coordinator, Izzy Palmasano. Welcome back, Izzy. Okay, I'm going to jump right in. We just watched some exciting moments from the benefit show. Can you explain what that show is all about?
Yes, so the whole purpose of our show is to raise so much money to be able to donate every penny of it back into our community. And the show is just a way that allows us dancers to continue dancing. I knew, like, I have knee injuries, I have back injuries, and I knew that dancing at a collegiate level really wasn't going to be an option for me, especially with the time commitment and like how hard it is on your body. So I wanted to stay active, I wanted to stay with my love of dance, and DAC offered that to me. So that show allows me to continue to dance while also raising so much money. And like, it's just the best feel good ever.
So you mentioned in the first segment the recipient. Can you go more in depth on that?
Okay, so I'll talk about this semester's recipient. This semester's recipient was a little boy. His name's Abram. He was our senior Ashers nominee. So the way that works is at our first or second meeting, we ask the team members to nominate people that they know in their lives that have been affected by cancer, and they fill out this little form, and then they bravely stand up in front of the entire team of about 50 people to share that story of cancer and the cancer journey. And then the team, after hearing everything, will vote on that, and it is a majority basis. So Abram was a recipient. And then after that, we also have 4 basket recipients, which are, we can't give you money, but we can give you, we're thinking about you and we love you. So it was like, you get a basket full of like blankets and your favorite drinks, and oh, you like to read, here's some books. Like, it's a basket that's designed for you while you're battling cancer. So like, we have those 2 really big things, and they're all DAC nominees. But Abram, he was a not 7-year-old boy, he was like 4, and he was diagnosed with brain cancer around the age of 2 because he had a tumor that was creating him to go through puberty. So he started to go through puberty at the age of 2, and he's basically been like kept at home for 2.5, 3 years now, going through chemo, and he just finished his last round of chemo a couple weeks ago. So like, that was super exciting to find out. His hair is starting to grow back. He looks so cute. I love him so much. And he actually came to our show. So I didn't know that, and I was backstage like getting ready for my solo, getting in the right headspace, and they introduced the recipient to come up there and like talk about everything and like basically thank everyone for coming. And you just heard this little boy say hi, and the entire team backstage just started sobbing. And he was the sweetest thing ever, and I'm so thankful that I actually got to meet him. It's truly life-changing when you get to see the person that you're impacting so much.
Wow, that sounds like so sweet and like a great purpose for an organization. So going a little backwards, you mentioned the recipients and the fundraisers. Are there any other cancer-related information or fundraising at the shows?
Okay, so we also have been working really hard on getting Instagram posts out to spread awareness about the cancer that we pick. Along with the recipient and basket recipients, we also pick a semester cancer. Last semester we did non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. This semester we did, what was it? I don't remember. But we did non-Hodgkin's lymphoma last semester, and the team votes on it, and we wear ribbons on our right side to signify that color of it. So it was lime green, and it was absolutely incredible. It was colon cancer this semester, so it was dark blue. That's what I was trying to figure out. And our crew members also do a presentation about halfway through the show where they just do a huge informative session on it. So they get to talk all about it, what causes it, the percentages, and everything about it. So everyone that's there gets to learn about that. As the advertising coordinator, I put out all of the shirts as well. So we put out a hashtag like Fight Against Colon Cancer shirt, which we sold over 100 of them, which hasn't happened in a really long time. And it's really, really cool because that one is a very common cancer. So the Vice President Kennedy actually ended up buying over 10 of them for her family in Michigan, who has also battled colon cancer. So it was like a really big thing for our whole team. So like we have lots of cancer awareness throughout all of it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us. I loved interviewing you. Stay tuned for upcoming events and details on how to get involved with SFA's Dancers Against Cancer by scanning the QR code displayed on your screen. Thank you for tuning into this episode of SFA All Access. We look forward to having you again next time. Bye! That was really good.